Your brain is quietly rigging your own decisions right now, not with lies exactly, just shortcuts that feel completely true. Today, 5 sneaky mental tricks that control what you bet on, what you notice, what you finish, how long you work, and how you judge every price you see. Once you know them, you'll catch yourself doing them constantly. You're watching a roulette wheel. Red has hit 5 times in a row. Everyone at the table is suddenly convinced black is due. You feel it too. Surely the streak has to break soon. This is the gambler's fallacy, the belief that if something hasn't happened in a while, it's now more likely to happen. But the wheel has no memory. Each spin is completely independent of the last. Your brain evolved to find patterns everywhere because in nature, patterns usually meant something real: weather, predators, seasons. But pure random chance doesn't owe you balance. The odds reset every single spin, no matter what came before. So the next coin flip is still 50-50, no matter how many heads came before it. Streaks feel meaningful. They're usually just noise. And speaking of feeling like everyone's watching you, that's the next one. You trip on a curb in front of a crowd, or show up wearing the wrong outfit to a party. For the rest of the day, you're convinced everyone remembers it. This is the spotlight effect. We dramatically overestimate how much other people notice and remember about us. Study after study shows people wildly overestimate how many others actually clock their embarrassing moment. You're the star of your own life, so your mistakes feel enormous to you. But everyone else is starring in their own movie, worried about their own stuff. You're a background character in nearly everyone else's story. Nobody is thinking about your typo, your stumble, or your bad hair day nearly as much as you are. That fear alone stops people from starting things, which connects to a much more expensive mistake, the one that keeps you finishing things you already hate. You're 2 hours into a terrible movie. You hate it, but you paid for the ticket, so you sit through the rest anyway, miserable the whole time. This is the sunk cost fallacy, letting past investment, money, time, or effort you can never get back dictate what you do next, instead of judging the decision on its own merits. Rationally, that money and time are already gone no matter what you choose next. But admitting a choice was a waste feels like admitting you were wrong, and your brain hates that feeling more than it hates wasting more time. The only question that matters is, knowing what you know now, would you start this today? If not, walking away isn't losing, it's the win. And that same instinct to protect a bad plan shows up at work too, in a sneakier form. You have a whole week to write one email. Somehow, it still takes you until Sunday night to finally send it. This is Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time available for its completion. Give yourself more time and the task doesn't get easier. It just gets slower. Without a real deadline pressing on you, your brain adds extra steps, second-guessing, polishing, procrastinating, because there's no cost to filling the space. Urgency is often the only thing separating done from someday. Give yourself a tighter deadline than feels comfortable, and watch how fast you actually move. Time isn't the bottleneck, the size of the container is. And that same idea that a number shapes what happens next explains our final effect. A jacket is marked $300, now $120. Suddenly, $120 feels like a steal, even if the jacket was never really worth $300 in the first place. This is anchoring bias. The first number you see becomes a mental reference point, and every judgment after that gets measured against it, even when that first number was completely arbitrary. Retailers know this, which is why the original price is shown crossed out right next to the sale price. Negotiators know it too. Whoever names a number first quietly controls the rest of the conversation. Before you decide if a price or offer is good, ask what you'd think of it with no anchor at all. That question alone can save you real money. 5 effects down, let's put them all together. 5 ways your brain quietly runs the show. The gambler's fallacy convincing you streaks have to break. The spotlight effect making you feel more watched than you are. The sunk cost fallacy trapping you in bad decisions. Parkinson's law stretching work to fill your time. And anchoring bias letting the first number win every argument. None of this means you're broken. It means you're human, running on the same shortcuts everyone else is. Subscribe for a new psychology breakdown like